Hello, Mirko. Welcome on our podcast. Thank you so much for connecting and thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Just for our audience, we would like to know about yourself. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, Mirko Peters is my name. I'm a project manager in data science project focused on data warehousing and actually Microsoft OneLake, a lot of projects, Microsoft Fabric. It's the buzzword I think for it. Um, yeah, also doing some AI projects by my own, so it's really interesting to figure out what the uh technology does actually. And yeah, I also owned also a little data science show. It's called Data Science Show. You
Great.
see it
That's
on my
great.
LinkedIn profile. And yeah, this was a good a good name. That was the only domain. It was free, so um and I also have a LinkedIn page, data and analytics, with some followers, and there I post regularly. I try to post regularly there. Yeah, and I'm also father of a wonderful daughter. She's 2 years, and I'm staying in Stuttgart, Germany. That's it's where the cars come from, like Porsche and Mercedes. I think that's what the people like know worldwide.
Okay. That's great. That's great. So tell us a little bit because you are for the first time on our show. Tell us a little bit about your background, how it started, how you come to data. And we know you on your LinkedIn, I can easily see you have around 17,000 followers, which is a lot actually. So what's your background? Were you a data guy, you were a ETL guy, or you were a data science itself? What's your background?
Yeah, I'm classically come from media. It's like TV and so on. And I changed to e-commerce for, I don't know, it's more than 20 years ago. And yeah, this also you have e-commerce was, I think, you had a lot of data in e-commerce, and it was so amazing working with this all this data. You have logistic data, you have marketing data. It's awesome what you have on marketing data, and
Yeah.
so I developed from, I say, e-commerce marketing stuff. I found this topic so interesting, and I learned a lot. And yeah, so I started with data science, and yeah, it's catched me, and so I'm in in this world. So I'm not the classical studied data scientist. I have studied mathematics, but only 2 years, and then I have say, oh no, that's nothing for me. And yeah, um,
No, it's
I'm
amazing. It's
uh,
amazing to hear that someone from media has come into this side. So of course I can see you have an academy as well, and you have your own show, which makes sense. You are from the media and you have come here, but I think your background in math would have really helped you in data science as well, because mathematics and statistics are the basics of data science, machine learning, model XYZ. I don't know whether that really helped you to understand this field or not.
Ye- ye- I I think yes, it helps, and I think all the statistic stuff, it's really it's good to know. But
Mm.
there's a lot of you learn a lot in the university, a lot of math you don't need. It's
Yeah.
like so theoretical
And
stuff.
90% you don't need what you read, what
Yeah,
you study.
it's so theoretical.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I never. It's like all the kids they ask why I have to learn math in school. Yeah, and I think yeah, it's because you. It's not because you need this for your job. It's
Yeah,
only for understanding how the world works. I think, and
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
more kind of this what why it helps, but it's not directly a path to machine learning or AI or data science. It's yeah it's yeah it helps to understand what we doing here on this side. Yeah, I think what helped me more on this way, it's media, because you learn a skill a lot of people don't have. It's storytelling, and I think it's so important
Oh, I
to
lack
learn.
that capability. I am
Yeah.
still trying my best to go into data storytelling.
And then I think storytelling it's so important, and this project management and stuff. It's also so important for, yeah. It's like I have make a study for a while, and also have some guests to speak, and we see a shift from the technical part, like ETL pipelines. So you use software. A lot of software do this for you, and AI can do it, or machine learning algorithm are getting better in this, but they're not good in storytelling. And so I think this is it's the future skills. Data science future skills are soft skills and not the hard skills
Yes.
anymore. I think that's a big shift in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, you're right. There is a tool. What the tool name is Devine, DEVIN.ai. So nowadays,
Mm,
this AI agents are coming in, right? You're absolutely right that, and they say they are the replacement of the software engineers. But my
mm.
perspective is a little bit different. I say if there were 10 developers who were doing one project, now 10 developers will be able to do 100 projects because there are so many ideas in the market that need materialization where you never have proper skills. And we all struggle to find right resources, good resources to develop our product, right? I have millions of ideas in my mind, but I could not find relevant freelancers to do it for me, right? So I think AI will open doors for people like you who are in the industry, who know the data storytelling, who have the ideas, but maybe you never went into developing your own product because first of all, we never had budget. Secondly, we never could find right skill set to do it. There isn't enough people to do it. So AI will really help us out. And I think this your topic which you have selected is very much relevant to that, right? Data science, right? AI job recruiting thingy. So tell us
No,
about
no.
this topic, why you selected this topic, and what is good about this topic.
Yeah, it's I have a friend. He is a recruiter in the energy market. And yeah, he has problems to, it's a problem. He has the challenge to find the right people for companies, and there it's a lot of, yeah, special things I never heard before. And then I have got this idea because I have another project. I used the LinkedIn API, and then I look how a recruiter works to find people, and it's like they Google. Yeah, it's like Googling. They give some keywords and hope they find a good match.
Hmm.
And I think um yeah, it's that's not the future. That's not the future. Because first thing on LinkedIn, I can write everything. I'm the best. I think everyone is in the Forbes list for top 30 for everything. So anyone have this in this his description or her description? I don't know how many trust there is in yeah. I don't know. It could be that all other than me, it's not are in the Forbes list, but I don't know. Um, so we have some talk, and we see other challenges in hiring and also hold people in a company. And then I have developed here uh, yeah, I have structured the process, how it could be in 5 steps, 5 levels, we have called it. And also my girlfriend, she is personal developer in the personal development. And so I get some infos from her, and then we have built, uh, um, yeah, I say AI recruiting uh, software for him. And yeah, that's what I will talk a little bit to in today's webinar, or
Okay.
podcast. And yeah, I also have bring some slides works now. Um,
Okay.
okay. recruitment adventures, I call it. Yeah, I try to make it a little bit more, I don't know, we can after go a little bit in the techniques, but I will talk what idea behind it. And I have make it like in the superhero stories. So the 5 levels are different superheroes, because why I choose superheroes is um I think AI can give you superpowers. And the good thing is the most superheroes, I don't know, get some bitten by a spider, or they need a lot of money, and their defense companies. And the other one, I don't know, they find some mystical artifacts and get a superhero. But I think this is cool, because actually you don't need all try out this this stuff. You can use AI, and it's I think for what is it, it's really cheap. So yeah,
Mm,
this is why I choose it. And we start with level 1, and the first one, it's the team analyzer. And the team analyzer, it's yeah, step 1. So I can say, welcome to the first story I will take. It's the team analyzer. And I think yeah, think about your favorite superhero teams, the Avengers, Justice League, or something. I don't know. Yeah, they drive because each member brings unique strength and complement to the team. But in requirement, assembling such a squad is often yeah, often left to guesswork. What if we had an AI-powered hero who could analyze dynamic team dynamics and recommended the perfect addition? Yeah, today I'll show you how AI transformed this
mm.
vision into reality.
Okay.
Yeah. So, um, ja, sorry. Genau. What's the story? Also, here's the, yeah, the steps. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how we can call it. It's like an unsung hero AI in this.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's uh, what does the software do? It's like it's a really simple stuff you can do by your own. But AI do scan your teams like X-rays, yeah, and
Yeah.
identify strength and weakness in skills and corporations. By we use here a predictive modeling, and I understand not only what your team needs today, but also it will help thrive tomorrow. And that's, I think, an interesting part of it. Um, think, yeah, you can think mm, it's your superhero sidekick. It's the AI who helps you pick the right partner for your mission. It's like, I don't know. I think Tony Stark has Jarvis. It's more like Jarvis.
Yeah.
Um, okay, then yeah, let's break it down. Um, first, the AI analyzed your existing team, what roles the people play, how they collaborate, and where the gaps are. Um, it identifies the missing piece of the puzzle. Maybe it's, yeah, data wizard, creative thinker, or a strong communicator. It's or what's it's some thing that you can miss in your team. And finally, it scans potential candidates to recommend it's the one who not only fits the role, but also, yeah, complements the team dynamics. So um and yeah, we have also tried on a company. And yeah, here it's like yeah, word we'll talk a little bit about a real world example. We had a marketing team on an um, electronic company. I call it electronic company. I think it's the best description for it. Yeah, the marketing was struggling because they lacked data insights, and the AI we used analyzed the needs and recommendation a candidate with exposure analytics skills, who also mesh well with their team culture. Within months, the team became, data driven, achieved better results and greater collaborations. It's like adding the mission avenger who saved the mission. So what we see, and that's we can talk after the presentation about it. It's
Yeah.
we have get some metrics, and this was the hardest part. But we see a productivity uplift in the team by 25%, a little bit more, and satisfied up to 30%. So I think it was really good. Um, yeah. Um, I think when the right team comes together, the results are uh, uh, yeah, it's makes them to it's bring them to it's make them to superhumans, and AI and every hire fit the team, improving performance, communication, and morale. So on another project, we see it's the product boost. It was nearly the same. It was 26% and 99%. So the 3% rise up in job satisfaction. So victories I can deliver. Um, I think it's about alignment and not just skills in a team. And
Yeah.
then we come to level two. That's it's the next stage. So I think every great team needs a great leader, and with AI as a sidekick, you become the ultimate team builder. It helps you so much. And let's take the journey, and the next level. I call it the talent seeker that breaks boundaries and find hidden talents. The next superhero, I feel it's a talent seeker. So think about a recruiter has yeah has find an extraordinary talent, but I think by traditional tools like LinkedIn or keyword search, yeah, you are it's limited. I think. Oh, so I see it. I don't know if someone can do it better. You can doing some and or stuff, but it's
It's very basic
I
and
don't.
right. It's very
It's
basic.
you have this long keyword search, and you have to change it, and it's really hard. So my tip is here: look at the LinkedIn API. It's so cool for searching. Yeah. But what happens? The hidden gems, candidates with the skills and passion we need as recruiter, are overlooked, and we enter now this AI powered superhero who soars every corner in the digital world, and to find the hidden talents and bring them to the spotlight. And yeah, I think recruiters today face their kryptonite. Yeah, that's are the traditional search tools you have. I think like LinkedIn. It's useful, but it's limited. Um, we without one wealth of candidates who aren't active there or really active there. And keywords don't capture nuance like creativity or problem solving. As a result, I think brilliant candidates with unconventional skills are hidden in plain sight. But what if we can break free from these constraints? Um, and this is where the talent seeker quality shines. What we have built, it's an AI. It explains the horizon and search where recruiters traditionally do not go, like personal blogs, niche forums, and even open source projects where the people work. Um, so yeah, we are here. It's more for the technical stuff. We have built this, but okay. So we use natural language processing, and the AI understands the context, relevance, and uncovering candidates whose skills and experience are visible in this traditional search. So yeah, it's like superpower because we look at people and scan all their social profiles like GitHub and so on. And I think, yeah, we get all this data. Um, yeah. I think also what's also interesting is what the people write on Reddit, Quora, and so on. Um, yeah, and the personal websites, and then it used I call it yeah, it's not so advanced algorithms, but yeah, we analyze the contributors with the software, like coding, writing skills, creativity, and that was creativity skills. That's was really hard to figure out how we find this.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally, it's identified candidates who align with the needs we have from learned from the first zero, but yeah, but you don't find by traditional search, I think, or not so good or not so fast. Um, yeah, it's like think of its superhero montage scanning the digital world to find the extraordinary. um, yeah, then we have also used this yeah, on to try with a real company. It was a tech company, and they're looking for an, yeah, I call it an app developer uh, with creative solving skills. Traditional platform have their failed to deliver the right candidate, and they have more these hire to fire tryout hire to fire, but it's not. I don't think it's good for the company, and also not good for the people. Yeah, and then we have. Use the software and scan GitHub and all this other profiles like devs and so on. And yeah, and then we found a profile like coder with this wanted skills, and yeah, this person was hired and went to transform really the company's product, the app product. Yeah, and I think that was really cool. I also have some stats. Yeah, yeah, I think it has
Wow.
supercharged the company, so or this department. Um, yeah, uh, so but I think that the stats are really good. So
Yeah.
we have also measure this, and we see how, so, and they have used it for some other in this department, and we have see the higher time was 40% faster than before. And also we see the people stay in the company. That's also important. So it's not hire to fire. They have um, changed it. And so I think yeah, AI, it's really cool to help here. Um, and then we have yeah. Um, Yeah, that's also I can say to the recruiters or HR department, I think they should start using this kind of tools, and I think there are a lot of ready-made tools out there like scrapers and so on, and yeah, I think they have also they have doing a change in how they work. Um, yeah, and now we come to the next to level 3. It's called the skill matcher. Und yeah, um, oh sorry.
Take your time, don't worry.
Uh, yeah. So imagine you are assembling your dream team and you need someone who not only has the right skills, but can also make an immediate immediate impact. I think the skill matcher was that we have built. It's like a module, um, and the precision hiring by matching candidate abilities to company needs, and that's something we have to do on the first technology. It's we look at the skills in the teams, and often the what people think when they build a team, it's like we need these skills, but sometimes there are the skills in the team that's not used, and they need some other skills to get a good team.
Mm.
So it's good to do the first stuff also. So so yeah, so let's explore how this hero takes the guesswork out of the recruitment.
Yeah,
And and one of the biggest challenge in hiring is a skill gap, finding candidates with the right mix of technical experience and potential. Too often we rely on resumes or or use our instinct, um, leading to hires or don't understand the talent of the people. But but the question is, what if we have a way precisionally match skills to the jobs, like fitting puzzle pieces together? Um, yeah, and this is where I think the AI can shine, and our skill matcher tool we have built. So AI elevates the unique requirements of each role by analyzing the company's data. Um, that's what I say before. It's often that they don't really know what they need, and when we learn from companies' data, and there is a lot of I say technical documentation and I don't know, mission and vision statements and a lot of company data. And you could I think when you read all this, you have never worked before because they product so many papers in their lifetime a company. You cannot read all this, and AI can do it for you. Yeah, and then we used algorithm to access candidate skills, and we do it on both sides. We do it on the I think the hard skills and also on the soft skills, and predicts who are the most likely to succeed. It's like having a matchmaker, yeah, your wingman, but for your hiring process.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and how it's really simple works. First, it's analyze the company's data and also the team data to understand what success look like in the specific role that need. Next, it's evaluate candidates based on skills, experience, and even on their online activities, such coding samples or self-leadership. And yeah, finally, it recommends candidates who are the perfect fit for both the job and the team. And I think, yeah. Um, so also yeah, we have try also this, but it's yeah. We have also, I think, a success story. This was a not so big company. It was a startup, and they needed a project manager. But and yeah, they have some special. Yeah, they were also really special. This company, um, but the project manager could, yeah, bridge technical and leadership roles together. That was important. Not only handle, they also must handle the stakeholders. I think that was the harder part for this job than the team. Um, and also here, traditional methods they using to find candidates. Yeah, this was not so good. And yeah, but then yeah, and we have find a candidate also with this station with this technology. Yeah, and the higher streamlined operations improved by the project delivery by 48%, and this was a lot because the problem the technology found was not the project, or the project, or the team was not bad. They were bad storyteller. They don't work well with their stakeholders, and so the stakeholders are not, yeah, they are don't ask. I think they are not have no experience in ask business questions, and that's is what the project manager teach the uh, teach them, and then we see this awesome impact. Um, yeah, and I think there are some studies out there, and we have seen when companies, there's some studies out, they're using AI technology. They have, yeah, over 50% reducing hiring errors, and they're faster onboardings, and they get greater productivity. Um, so I think it's really great to use AI in this part. Um, Another part, and this was the hardest we have developed or find out. That's I have read so many books about it, and yeah, but it's we have we can match skills from people, but yeah, and the next one is yeah, it's the culture connection, and
Mm,
that's, I think it's yeah, that's really interesting because um every company have a different culture, and or we often have this, not clash of clans, clash of cultures, and that's really, whoa, this was hard problem to solve. But yeah, I think it's not only the company, so every team has a unique identity, its own
mm,
culture, values, and spirit. And it's going to be a good and bad spirit, but yeah, it's completely different from team to team, and yeah, um, a new hire might have the skills, but it can struggle to fit in, leading the friction and turnover. I think our the culture connector and other tools, or other models, ensure every new addition align with the team's culture, it's creating harmony and setting the stage for long-term success. And I think that's also really important to think not in the next problems, but thinking in the long term.
mm,
Um, And here are, I think, or hiring for skills is not enough. That's good, but it's not enough. Um, so imagine bring highly results-driven individuals into a team that values cooperation and brainstorming, even with their top-tier skills. This mismatch can lead to frustration, poor performance, and yeah, ultimately turnover. And traditional hiring methods often miss this critical aspect of culture fit. And yeah, so using AI, it analyzed your team's culture, how they communicate, their work dynamics, and yeah, and also their core values. Um, and then it's evaluate on the adaptability, yeah, with align with those values and soft skills. So what is the result when you're doing it? It's a hire who doesn't just join the team but becomes an integral part of its identity. And I think that that's really important, and a lot of people forgotten this. So I often say, AI is not here to steal some work, but it can give you superpowers also. uh it's 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 really amazing to use it. So I think when you as it's how would I call it, um don't AI take your job. The people they don't use AI, don't use AI. So um yeah, um and yeah, how this AI or the culture connector we call it, how does it work? First, it's really simple. It maps your team unique culture, values, cooperation styles, and dynamics. Okay, I'm a Microsoft guy, so we on this was a Microsoft project, so it was team and SharePoint they have. This was really easy. Um, and then it evaluates candidates focused on traits like adaptability, values, alignment. And finally, it matched candidates who will thrive in the environment, and yeah, ensuring harmony and think long-term success. Um, Also here, we have not a study, but I have, I think it was Bain& Company. I have find some a study or a white paper, and so these metrics are not mine. Um, but yeah, and I think it's worth they have doing it on yeah, on the creative agency. I think that was the story they told. Um, and yeah, so they have these amazing results. What's been coming? I don't know. I put the links after I sent you, so you
Yeah,
can
yeah, sure,
put the
sure.
white papers
Yeah, yeah.
under the uh the description. Yeah, but I think I have readers, and I see this was so amazing results when you 25% engagement, the engagement rise 25% or 30%. It was so, and it was, yeah, it was amazing. I think when you think what this saves on costs, and bring you more in yeah, and all this stuff. And yeah, the latest, yeah, I think so the cultural fit, it was the hardest to learn the how it was the hardest to how to find. I love KPIs, and this is our really, you don't have really KPIs out there actually. So it was read a lot of books and find out how we can measure culture fit. This was really, that was the hardest uh, step in the project. So now we come to the latest. And this we called it the growth guardian.
Mm-hmm.
In requirement, the journey doesn't end with hiring the right candidate. The real challenge lies in nurturing both new hires and existing teams. So fostering a collective environment where everyone can thrive. Yeah, and I think the growth guardian ensure growth for individuals and teams alike, creating a foundation of sustained success. Um, Balancing growth is mm, it's a common struggle. New hires often don't receive the guardians they need, while existing teams can stagnate without skill development and opportunities. The gaps lead to frustrating in this management, which is ultimate increase the turnover. But if growth could be a shared journey. Um, and this is where we have to say, okay, here we step in. Um, the AI analyzes development needs for both for new hires and the team. Um, so it creates personal growth plans. I call it growth in the first plans. It's still we call it personal growth plans. Uh, that's aligned with the company's goals and also fostering collaboration by focusing on shared growth. We turn potential into real performance. And yeah. Um, And how it works, it's also it's really simple, I think. First, it's assess skill gaps and development needs across individuals and teams. Then it builds a tailored growth plan, like personal learning paths for individual and collaborative strategies for teams. And finally, it's monitors the progress, adapting plans as needs evolve. Growth becomes it becomes a journey, a continuous journey, I think. And also we have look at data, and it's also not for me. I put it also in the show notes. Um, we have found a study about a product team, and they were not really, not the innovators in the world. And it's identified a gap in creating problem solving, recommends target training. But what was the result? I think the studies say the breakthrough product, and it was I think it was great because 34% up increase in innovation output, and the turnover rates reduced reduced by the half. And I think the impact of shared growth is profound. Empower employees perform better, stronger teams collaborate more efficiently, and retention improve significant. And so if you see this as, I think it's a win-win for all. It's for the individuals and also for the organization. So and this what also we have built. Well, it's not a really we are building, or we rework a little bit. It's we have started also to build this, but it's not really the how I like to. I'm not so 100% with this, but it's could be better. But we work on it. So I think the people or companies should also think if they're looking for help here. I think AI it's also really good in help. Um, Understand personal learning path. It's like there's also a lot of ready-made systems out there, learning management systems and so on. I think their Moodle have also so something like included something, and there's a lot of stuff out there. So it's not something you have to really invent as new. So then the last is, so I think thank you for attention. And so yeah, let's
Okay.
talk.
Now, this is great, actually. This is great. And thanks for setting up all these slides. Awesome. Yeah. So it's a great work we have done. Just to share with you that I know another guy who is working on same kind of application where he is automating this whole recruitment piece. So when you told me that you have built something, that really struck me. So I wanted to have this session. So you have this application is a desktop application, or it's your own application, or you want to commercialize it as well?
I have developed it for a friend. He's recruiter, and it's running on Microsoft ecosystem.
So
It's but
it's on
it's or
Azure. It's on Azure or it's on the
it's
desktop. What?
it's on Azure. It's a cloud service. So
Okay.
we have
And yeah.
scraped actually we have scraped I think it's 12 million profiles
Wow. From LinkedIn, is it?
from LinkedIn and also from GitHub and devs. I think that was the
So
main
you
and
pull
match them
everything,
together.
you pull
Yeah.
everything and put it into Azure storage, which might be a blob storage, and
Yeah.
your tool must be running on top of that.
Yeah. It's not a blob storage, but it's
Okay.
a classic. It's classical SQL
Oh, SQL
database.
DB. Okay, you have put it in database.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not any rocket science. What we do, it's we have we have a lake
Mm,
that's for the storage and for because the SQL environment is it's not the cheapest one. So blob storage it's more cheaper. But what we do is when there's a I think that's a new skill. And we scrape for this new skill. Then we put them first on the blob storage, and then we transfer them to the SQL statement when we are ready with the profile.
okay. Okay.
That's how it's more, yeah, I think it's more cost, it's better for the cost. And what we have done, I think that's it's the part that's more interesting. We have built an ontology database because I have say the search it's over. So um what we do is or the problem is I say someone looking for a project manager that he knows agile project management as example, um, and you don't have this in your profile as project manager, but you have written I'm a scrum master, so scrum it's
Mm,
agile project management, and
mm,
the ontology database understand this and can put
yeah.
this together. That's a really simple um, uh, example, but
But
we have other examples like when we look, it's indicator. It's not 100%, but if you doing yoga, you normally learn also better to speak to
mm,
people. But it's about breathe technology, or I don't know how
I
it's
was
a good
about
word
to
for it.
ask that kind of question, right? Because
And
what happens as this AI has come, right?
uh,
Then, so first stage would be, I think, right now, all existing CVs are there, resumes are there, you extract everything, right? Now what happens? Your NLP will go and search everything. Now, in near future, what I foresee is people will start using AI to develop their CVs.
I think they're doing it.
Yeah. So now when they do it, if I am a job seeker, what I will do, I will misquote a lot of things in my resume based on the job offering. For example, a job offer is on AWS, but I have a more experience on Azure. What I will do, I will amend the CV for the job. Now that challenge will come because hallucination is there. Fake CVs are there. How have you encountered that challenge as well and catered that as well?
Yeah. We have. I think we have two steps. I can make an example. We have this app developer, and
Mm,
and they have a really specific. mm, I don't know how they make. I, it's like something like music. I don't know understand really the business model, but so they're looking for people they understand how to use music data from Spotify and so on.
mm,
And then we have scan also GitHub, and we see 200 people and more. They are all experts have doing a
mm,
Spotify project. Then we have used the AI, and we see it's 99% are all the same. And we have also look, why is it? And then we found there was, I don't know who was it, uh, but one of the, I think it could be the Seattle data guy or something, who have made a video uh, how he explained to do it, and they're doing also 99% the same on there. They have no innovation on it,
mm,
so we can say, okay, this is all that's this was all stealing. That's not the people we need. So we have
mm,
this. What we also do, it's we have build up with existing technology on Microsoft base. We have make interviews uh, and we ask specific questions from the data we have from the company. So we have, I don't know, a technical description, and then we have it's anonymized, but we take, I don't know. We take they ask about the ETL pipeline, and then we specific ask like questions like here, this is the ETL pipeline. How will you what did you think about how we can make it better? Or it's generate questions, unique questions, and then we look the answers. It's also per video, and then we make a
mm,
yeah, I think abstract from the answers and give it
mm.
to the experts, and then they can read it and say, okay, and then that's it's not 100% AI.
Yeah, yeah,
There's also human work, but the experts can read it and say, oh yeah, that's a good idea, and I want to talk to him,
yeah, yeah,
and so it's this is what we use to also um, we make the same. We ask also some company culture fit questions,
yeah,
uh, and these are really tricky because the questions are you can only give wrong answers.
yeah,
So this is a little bit unfair, but there is like I've seen read some books how you can do it, and there are some yeah technology. That's not techno. How is it called in English? I don't know. Some strategies to find it out, and we have mixed two strategies for the culture fit,
yeah,
and ask the people. And that's the funny thing. It's but they get okay. They say it's all wrong answers. So yeah, if you I don't know. If you have a project, yeah, and your teammates are um, you have a teammate who don't make a good job, how will you handle this, yeah, and then is the questions I
yeah,
do it for him, or then the next question is um, I trained him, but I put the timeline behind. The other is it's only wrong answers.
mm,
And you cannot. And so, but this is also a technology we have in this interview stuff and make a resume, and then we know about. Yeah, that's more the what my girlfriend doing. She's better in this. She have developed this question and
we should
or
have her as well on this call.
yeah.
Okay, one more question, right?
Yeah.
Uh, the first scenario we just discussed, there will be fake resumes and XYZ. Second challenge you will have, most of the nerds, most of the good developers normally don't put their resumes online, or if they have, they put a shitty resume over there because they are not looking for a job. So how do you find those people?
Yeah, it's like we are scraping also, but um, and there are I think for when you take Reddit, there are often specialized subreddits. I
Hmm.
don't know, app develop, and you see what the people say, and say, is it a good answer, or is it helpful? Did the people like it, or is there are the answers they doing? How many answers doing they? So we can say if someone answered 200 questions in 5 minutes, so we know, okay, this is all AI generated. So we have some okay, I don't know if someone can write so fast answers in good quality, but we say, okay, this can it's not be possible. Also, we see um, stop words, and then we filter out, and then we look uh, for the people. Also, it's recommendation. It's also be a good part. If there's someone well with a lot of trust, give him a recommendation on the internet, or a shout out, or something. That's also what we handle really high. And also, um, if you are on scientific papers for
Yeah.
something,
I
so
was coming to there, right? I was coming to there. So for me, I think in future, when we use AI for all this recruitment, resume should not be the only option to evaluate a resource.
yeah.
One should also ask, hey, what other social media you are on, or for example, portals like GitHub and XYZ, you ask candidates. So first you scrap the resume. Second, you have to scrap the social media as well, because social media will really tell you. Example, a good example is LinkedIn. So you find million resume, you find 200 resume. You're not going to interview 200 people. Then for those 200 people, you need to scrap their social media pages, and you need to see what are their interaction, which
Mm,
kind of responses they have been posting. Has they been copy paste the other? Has they been resharing only? They never put their own comments. They never initiated their own post. XYZ. There are so many parameters, right? I think this thing will really bring good resources upfront. This will really reduce the fake resumes, fake people who are good in preparing resume, but they are not good in technology. We have seen
mm,
so many examples like this, that a person is so good into the interview, but the moment he land onto a job, he can't deliver. And the
mm,
employer is stuck, because the whole recruitment process is to find someone, to interview, to post an offer, to wait for the notification of that person and bring him on board. It's a 3 4 months process. Once that
mm.
person is here, your expectation is here, but even though this person is here, you are stuck. You know
Yeah,
your project will delay, right? So this will
mm,
really help us out in future.
I think the as we do it with video interviews, so um, we can also see if we don't use it not actually
Hmm.
because it's not allowed here in Europe, but we could measure if he are, I don't know,
I got a point. Social media, extracting
yeah,
social media is not allowed.
and and
They're saying
and
so.
and did he put the answer to ChatGPT and read it? Yeah. So we could do it, but actually we don't do it. Um, and the other thing is when you ask specific questions from the company, not so everywhere questions you
Hmm.
find on the internet, what the most personal or human recruiters doing, because they are not inside in a tech team, or inside I don't know, a technical development team. They don't understand what they really do. So this is cool when you're taking the from their technology some
Hmm.
parts and ask specific company questions. So you cannot give a ChatGPT answer, or from other models. So you need to give an answer that match to the company, and this gives you a good. Yeah, I think it's selected a lot of people there are fakers, and so
Yeah, hoping, I'm hoping there will be some portal online. In fact, I think in fact LinkedIn kind of portal should automatically provide this kind of chat window, behind which there should be an AI, whatever you have built. I think LinkedIn should also build on top of it. You go and search over there, and right, whatever manually you have created, these portals should create for their own customers as well.
And, I think also we have in the Corona time, we have a lot of companies have say home office, and they also hire, but you got a lot of this was the highest yeah, there was a lot of fakers so out
Hmm.
there and companies hire them. So I think this was the yeah got I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah,
what was you have two really amazing stories. So one get he has no he was for the immigration something
yeah.
and he get a consultant but he have nothing to do with he only what he was a normal Turkish guy, yeah, and they say, oh, I'm so expert in Islam culture, but he have no experience, and he get a high paid job on by the stage as consultant. And the other it's I think this every country has the fake doctors. So in Germany they say no, you have you have he have made his job. You don't can get the money back from him. So that's really but it's not allowed. So you what you not but when you only say by storytelling, it's allowed. But when you I don't know you so no I think that's really important in the future to have this because faking
Yeah,
getting easier, but detecting, yeah, I think
becomes
detecting will
difficult.
also invite it. It's like cybersecurity.
Yeah,
We're doing this game since it's like yeah it's like a game. It's someone this side and you're on the other side and when
yeah,
you
yeah.
try it
There,
to
there will always be people who will outsmart AI here and there, and next versions will keep coming. More improvement will keep. Okay, we have a time check. I think we are already 60 minutes there, 60,
yeah
65 minutes.
okay
And it was a great session, Peter. And I think this is our first session. It should not be our last session.
yeah
And but again,
yeah
Peter, thank you so much for accepting my invite. So looking forward for more sessions in future.
yeah.
And thank you so much for your time.
And yeah, and I hope I see you also on the data science show
Yeah,
podcast.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can do that.
Okay.
Take care.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Ciao.